Send a beya oko quarter. You can have a case, but right now, see what you have done. At this point, at this point, what should we do? Threatening people or threatening somebody, say ubekuno, you know, it carries a lot of jail time. So what are we going to do now? You know the way, you know what you're supposed to do. This morning or this evening, news about Ayitey Powers, he has been arrested because he threatened the boss or the director general of the NSC, National Sports Authority, Yao Ampofo Ankrah. Yao Ampofo Ankrah. Now, this matter, I see so many Ghanaians, we know what we do behind the scenes, how we try to solve problems, you know, how we try to make sure things are done right. I was so disappointed when I heard say Ayitey Powers threatening Yao Ampofo Ankrah. So Bekuno. And as we speak, you know, Ayitey Powers, yachino. Now, way back in a year, let me get the month right. Way back a year, May 15th. May 15th, I had a conversation with Ayitey Powers. And it was after he tried to reach me through videos, posting on Facebook and all that. So, personally, I called Ayitey Powers and I said, Ayitey, what's your problem? And Ayitey Powers, he's my brother. I like him. Ayitey Powers kind of problem, you know, actually say, there was an event, boxing event, now what plan say, ebekoso. And a year through the ministry, you know, NSC, the blanket ban bibeto boxing so our Ghana for some time. Into affecte the boxing event, you know. Now I arrangement bibria or the babesa event, you know, sponsors bini ade. So I listened to Ayitey Powers. And he told me he has receipts to every money that was spent a event, you know, he wants me to speak to Yao Ampofo Ankrah, who is the NSA boss. I said, fine. Ayitey, do you have documents to everything? Sika was saying no any other day. This is the chat between myself and Ayitey. He sent me all the documents. In fact, you can see Ayitey sent me everything. That these are the receipts. Sika, you get it? And I'm saying fine. So I call Yao and I say, Yao, Ayitey Powers has a case. Oka obeye events and the government at the blanket ban beto boxing so Ghana. Mo lefty ban no. Ayitey se waboka. And that you people are supposed to find a way to help him pay his debt. So what is going on? Yao to explain his part and told me, you know what? He's not being fair to me, Yao Ampofo Ankrah. That's why I keep telling people, we do a lot of things behind the scenes. We don't talk about it because we just want everything to be done nice. Everybody should be biancoso. Yao explained his part. And from Yao's explanation, clearly, when that ban happened, they didn't even know Ayitey had some the event coming up, which is fine. Now, time our T say blanket ban no affect Ayitey no. He personally met Ayitey and introduced somebody to sponsor him for that meantime. Inti Yao sent me pictures of him and Ayitey and the person who basically paid some money to Ayitey for the meantime. Now Yao no catch Ayitey say, this money the person is giving you, it's not enough. It's not coming from me. It's coming from a sponsor. Me, myself, I have tried to organize to give you something for now. But for the meantime, you, Ayitey Powers, it was a boxing event you wanted to organize. So gather all your receipts and everything, and then forward it to the IMC, the Interim Management Committee of the Ghana Boxing Association or something like that. Because they are in charge of boxing in Ghana. They will look at your case, and when they look at your case, then they will look at your evidence and whatever how do you call it, invoices. And then if they have to make a case for you, maybe at the ministry, they'll make it and give you your money. So Ekahona Ayitey sent his receipt to me, and it was nice of him. And then that same day, I called Yao and I called Ayitey. And I put the two of them on phone, including myself. And I told Yao that whatever you can do, even though Sasikana Odema no three sponsor no, and yet sike free air NSA. One now your connection now pay sponsor be no ma Ayitey kakakra. But what I want you Yao to do is to make sure young guy the Ayitey and go through the formality, the right way, the official way to do what? To ask for a refund. That same day, Ayitey Powers, I made Ayitey Powers meet Ampofo Ankrah. And Ayitey admitted on phone, say, oh, Yao Krampo sorted him out. In fact, that was not the first time Yahweh is the bottom, and I said, Wama Ayitey, Bibi, say, Ayitey. For the meantime, I know, say, sponsors are coming after you. This is what I have. And it was so many times. And Ayitey admitted on the conference call, said that it happens sometime. And Yao made it clear on the phone to say, Sa Sikana or the man, no. And yet, event in Sika, a one personal mania or the man because Ayitey so pressure kakre dinichi. And we all laughed about it. And what I told Ayitey was that, Ayitey, go and gather all the documents and get somebody to officially file to the Boxing Association, the IMC or something. What happened was, Yao called me back. And on phone with Ayitey, okay, say, the Boxing Federation or whatever, they were having their elections. And we elect leadership. So we can elections, no? And at the end, obi the injunction got to elections. So Ankrah told myself and Ayitey say, Ayitey should wait. Omuye injunction if you go for an election. No more election we are. The moment they elect their president, then he can file officially to the Ghana Boxing Federation. I don't remember the name. Now on for the case in Koho. I have everything on my phone. Ayitey Powers went to Yao. They smoked the peace pipe or whatever you guys call it. This is a video, which I have. This is Ayitey Powers. The day we spoke, the next day. This is Ayitey.
And I want to commend you for having the heart to continue after your setbacks. I know sometimes you say a lot of things that maybe is not palatable, but I know the hurts that's coming. So going forward, let's try to keep it, the fireworks, let's keep it civil and make sure that you always, promote Ghana boxing, which you've been doing for many years. So you can come to my support, the NSA, and then the boxing prize. You'll be there. Are you happy?
Oh, I'm happy. Once you talk, I don't. If you talk, you do.
So they met, and I know about it. Now, did Ayitey file the document? Did Ayitey do the needful? Did Ayitey get somebody to help him say, or this sad document officially IMC for no? I'm here waiting to hear say Ayitey. Yeah. Now, so I was shocked. I was shocked when I heard say the Ghana Police Service arrested Ayitey Powers because he's threatening your Ampofo Ankrah. How? Because Ayitey, you can file this. Say IMC for if you are, you can take them to court. Say Ankrah, your Ankrah has been very charitable. Because the honest truth is, say Ankrah, it is Ayitey Kraban ho. Because that ban and he did not take that decision. It was a decision that was taken from the Julius Debramo, and this decision by now NSA for implementing that decision. So in Kausha, the reception now, Ampofo Ankrah, my brother Ayitey Powers, it was more than enough. But you see, sometimes it is for you to go online to threaten to kill him, to do this, it is not right. Right now, you are in the police. You are in custody. Who case in the same? Sanka from that time, and now, file idea way one few crown court and can case say metro brem officially obi so based on that I am going to court. You might have been getting that money now. Now you go on social media, you go make all these statements, and you expect people to jump on the bus and support you. No, it's tough. And I feel this matter can be settled amicably in a nice way. Obia wonka enkofa problem embrobia. So I have done my part, and I'm still willing to help Ayitey to officially file these document receipts, invoices to show that he has a case. You have a case because now obey your event, and I binded the blanket ban never so. It wasn't your fault. It was the action of the government. So you need to go through the process. Ultra IMC, or follow up at the ministry or wherever. If it doesn't happen, you go to court. But you don't go and threaten. So that is the problem with us as a people. Ayitey is my brother. I have his number. He has my number. In fact, after our conversation, Ayitey sent me an audio, and I understand him. Maybe because of what is going on at the IMC, the Boxing Federation. I don't know the name. He sent me an audio. Say, Mr. Kevin, the Boxing Federation or whatever. When you go there, Azuma Nelson is there. He mentioned another man's name. I don't think they can help me. He sent me an audio, and I feel say, until you try, until you do it, that will be a more response. Then you can come out and say, I did this and I didn't get any response. Azuma Nelson, is an experienced boxer. He has been in the system for long. He knows these kind of things. So at least make sure your documentations go there officially to get a receipt. Send a beya oko quarter. You can have a case, but right now, see what you have done. At this point, at this point, what should we do? Threatening people or threatening somebody, say ubekunono, it carries a lot of jail time. So what are we going to do now?